So, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, welcome to the Christmas special of the Bot Box. I've got a special surprise later on in the episode, so hang on until then, and beyond. The first surprise is that, as I keep forgetting, there were 2 rhinos. Sorry, background stuff. One was an Extreme 1 and was a literal tank. The other was in Series 7. It's a Series 7 Rhino we're talking about today. I can say this because the ink used on the slip here was used for a lot of the Series 7 debutantes. Rhino was a box flipper with a spinner that was, of course, based on a Rhino. Its Team Reactor, didn't think there'd been a Rhino-based robot before. There was Ceros in the heat before Rhino's debut, and Ceros was also a box flipper. What Ceros didn't have was that spinner though. Rhinos went 2,500 RPM. Pretty quick, basically. Unlike Ceros though, Team Reactor had been in Robot Wars before, with of course Reactor, a one-time Heat finalist. Rhino found a home in Series 7 Heat Eye and found itself in a melee with 2 horizontal flywheel bots, Mayhem and Supernova. Oh, and New Blood winner and 16th seeds, Storm 2. The first robot to meet Rhino was of course Storm 2, which shoved Rhino into a wall. Mayhem then tried to attack, only for Supernova to take a tire of Mayhem's. It then took out the other tire too, so Mayhem couldn't move. It was out of the fight. Storm 2 then showed up again and shoved Rhino into another wall, and then Matilda's CPZ. So Rhino had to get the hell out of there, since Matilda had done a number on the arena wall. Vandal. So they did. Supernova went after Rhino, and Rhino tried to use its flip on Storm 2. Didn't turn Storm 2 over, but at least it was a hit. And there was some lovely robot balancing going on there. Oh, then Storm 2 shoved Supernova into Sir Killalot's track and broke it. Sir Killalot's track, that is. However, after that, Supernova and Rhino were both in trouble, both barely moving. Rhino could move forwards though, albeit very slowly, so Supernova was the one that got counted out. So Rhino got through. Yay! But they suffered a lot of damage, so they had a lot of repairs to do before facing their next opponent, the Steel Avenger. Remember them? Of course you do. That episode took a very long time to film. Rhino tried to get a flipping on the Steel Avenger but missed and ended up getting axed for its trouble. Rhino then drove into a couple of walls before a few axe blows just missed it. Rhino missed with a couple of flips and left its flipper arms up for reasons unknown to man. Still, it meant it could get into a pushing wall with the Steel Avenger, but it couldn't use its weapon like the Steel Avenger could. As a result, it received damage, namely axe holes, despite winning the pushing wall, because Steel Avenger managed to get away. Rhino was then dangerously close to the pit, so the Steel Avenger opened it. So Rhino ran away from the pit, which is a sensible thing to do, though it got pushed dangerously close to Mr. Psycho's hammer. The good news is, Mr. Psycho's hammer missed everyone. The bad news is the Steel Avenger's axe did not miss anyone. And Rhino then stopped moving. Before it could be counted out though, the Steel Avenger shoved Rhino towards the pit, and despite one last defiant flick from Rhino, and the Steel Avenger nearly going in the pit itself, Rhino got shoved in the pit and out of Series 7, never to return. So, as for what I made of Rhino, it's pretty forgettable really. Ceros, whose name is the last 3 letters of rhinoceros, was a better robot in a way. And it performed better than Rhino did. And it's kind of hard to believe that Rhino's team made Reactor, because the robots couldn't be too much different. And Reactor was a far more interesting robot. I mean, it had wooden wheels for one thing. Anyway, it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. The surprise I mentioned at the start of the episode. Oh yes. It's time I introduced you to my robot. Waffle Iron. Yep. It had its first fight last month. Won 1, lost 2. So I'll explain what's what. These are purely sacrificial. Yes, we have Go Faster stripes here. And they're also designed so that Waffle Iron cannot balance. On the back here, grippy stuff, bit with its name on, slight bit of damage from one of its fights. I will explain later. Yep, another one of these. Waffle Iron is also invertible, so it can go any way up. No problem. Its weapon is this. Spins fast, scratches opponents, is a recycled bicycle chain. Yeah, like I said, 1-1 fight, lost 2. Okay, and of course, the most important part, googly eyes. I fought it at the Leeds University robot fighting event in November. Did okay, though my driving was absolutely lousy. I'm going to need to practice driving for next time, because I'd never driven this robot for more than about 5 seconds before going to my first fight against rather boxy robot, the Panzer, which was also having issues. I had issues trying to reach it, but it's a case of it was very poorly, it was 2 wheels down. I was having issues driving, but I did manage to get close enough to it to scratch it. Nice long scratch mark on it. And yeah, Waffle Iron lived, the Panther didn't. I got through. So despite a little bit of the magic smoke, I was fine, apart from my lousy driving. Next fight, I'd actually instilled a little bit of fear in one of my opponents. Overhead spinner, it had 2 bars going down from the spinner, so it's horizontal spinner, but it has 2 bits going down, so it can attack from the sides, not just the top. They were scared. The robot was called Force Field. They were scared of Waffle Iron because their weapon was too high to hit anything on Waffle Iron. I was teaming up with a vertical spinner uppercut for this fight. It's a case of take down Force Field and take on each other. However, again, my rubbish driving plus 1 wheel playing up kind of put the end to that. And uppercut got attacked by Force Field, then I got shoved into a wall by Force Field and then died. And worse still, I lost a googly eye in that fight. I mean, that's terrible. You'll notice Waffle Iron has 2 now. That's because I stuck on the one that came. I stuck a new one on to replace the one that is irretrievably missing. Now, as more and more semi-finalists were going out, there was basically a redemption fight, so I still had a chance of getting through to the final. And things were looking good. Yeah. Sort of thought, I could get through this, potentially. And there was one robot that most of the time was a house robot, but in fights like this redemption fight would show up. Spinner, absolutely scary, called Screaming Sumo. And as soon as I saw Screaming Sumo's name come up for the fight, my reaction was, oh, brown pants alert. This is not good, this is scary. And let's put it this way, first robot I came across in the arena was Ice Case of Screaming Sumo was right in my path when I was driving forwards. I didn't do much in that fight, I have to admit. And that was the fight where I took the worst damage. This, which has been reattached, came clean off. The only part that was holding it together was, in fact, the Go Faster stripe. I mean, you wouldn't expect it. You'd expect it to be the glue, because this bit is beading. You'd expect it to be the glue that would hold it together. But no, it was the Go Faster stripe. Then this could be a bit, is supposed to stop robots pushing Waffle Iron backwards. Of course, it does nothing for sideways, it's just what Force Field did. This came off, I pretty much died. I just wanted to go straight forward and drive into the pit to save myself, to be honest. And this dent here, you can't see for the Go Faster stripe. Screaming Sumo came along, hit that, practically tore the whole back off. The old sticker was scratched up as a result of that. And yeah, that was me done. And it was going to be hard enough to get past Screaming Sumo anyway, but I'm quite pleased with how well I did in the fights. I mean, I was surprised to get one win. So, that's something. And yeah, I aim to be back. Other robots, watch out. Especially you, Force Field, and especially you, Screaming Sumo. Going to do some improvements on the Waffle Iron, obviously. Not going to say what they are yet, because surprise. But the main thing that's going to be the improvement is my driving. So I'm the driver and the weapons operator, and I was better at the weapons operating seemingly than the driving. Anyway. That's enough about Waffle Iron. Now, time to ask a question. Who's going to be the last robot to get a review in 2018? This one. And this one is rhubarb. I'm not talking about the food this time. Before I go, I'd just like to point out, I'm going to post a link to the live stream of that particular fighting event in the description below, so do read it. Until next week, Carlson244, out.